Hey everybody, going on to the other hockey mascot, the more important one really, Iceberg from the Penguins. We're going to shade him next. Stick around. Alright, if you know me at all, you know I'm a fan of Pittsburgh Penguins. And Iceberg is their mascot. He has a couple different forms. I did my own version, my own take on him, just because I like to do things different. So, tricky part again, Iceberg, Penguin, black shirt, black feathers. It's going to be tough to make sure that those two things stand out from each other. What I'm going to try to do is I think I'm going to be using a lot of black in the center. Again, try to do some rim lighting. And I will probably never use, I don't know that I'll use black at all for his feathers. I might just go with a really, using my cool grays. So I might just use a number 5 cool gray as the darkest for his feathers, and we'll do the shirt, the jersey, really black. So let's see, I'm going to go in here, and actually, usually what I do when I've got an area has a lot of black and I'm trying to delineate it, is I'll sketch in some lines, draw in about where I think the borders for that black is going to be. And again, I want to make sure things stand out from each other. So I might go in and say this is going to be, where the X's are, that's going to be pure black. And the jersey over here has got some cream and white mixed into the jersey. So I'm not, that'll still be the number 5 cool gray. But I think the actual pure black is going to be limited to some spots here to kind of show where that rim lighting is going to be. Something kind of like this. I'll expect that I'll go in, make those wrinkles kind of pop out. Alright, so this is going to be all pure black in there. That'll help me so I don't get confused as I go and lose track of where I wanted the pure black to be. So let's see how this, I know this set of markers, I've been using them a lot, and they're about at the end of their life, I think. Some of these cool grays, you'll see I'd start to struggle to get down enough. So it may be time to jump onto Amazon and order another set. Not all of them, but some of them, especially those middle cool grays, they're gonna really struggle. How's everybody doing today? I hope this finds you good spirits. So listen, if you're not a Pens fan, I guess my first question would be, what's wrong with you? Greatest player in hockey right now is Sidney Crosby, without a doubt. I watched him score the other day all by himself in overtime, passing it to himself underneath the legs of the defenseman. I mean, the guy is just ridiculously good. There are other good players out there, don't get me wrong, but Crosby really does kind of dominate the league at this point. So if that's not doing it for you, I guess we can go to Malkin, who's also great. You can go to Gensel, young kid who's awesome. Could talk about Murray, who, let's face it, I was sad to see Fleury go. I think we're all such a great guy. But Murray's been stepping it up and had a phenomenal game the other night when they won 9-1. I mean, it was that one goal was just kind of actually in the number 7 goal in that evening. Gensel scored it, and he almost looked like he was apologizing. He felt kind of bad for the I think it was Calgary they were playing. Felt kind of bad to have scored 7-0 at that point. And that one goal that went in, where it's just like, oh well, there goes my shutout. It would have been nice, but at that point we were just crushing them so badly. Hope that's not indicative of the Calgary full season. I think they played Washington soon after that and might have won. I didn't actually see the score. Anyways, hockey. Yeah, you can be a cartoonist and still like hockey. I don't think those things are exclusive to each other. No longer living in Pittsburgh, though, and that's kind of sad. You hear about things going on in Pittsburgh, like it's been in the news a lot lately, the city, and you see things that remind you that a city like Pittsburgh, and there are probably others too, but a city like Pittsburgh, where it feels like a community no matter how far away you are from it. And you don't get that every place. So we are missing, well, I probably always call Pittsburgh home, even though I wasn't raised there. Alright, so this is going to get perhaps monotonous to listen to me dribble on. I'm going to jump into speed mode for a few minutes, and I'll come back as I get the blacks all done. Yeah? Sounds good? Stick around. Alright, that gives you it's the purest pure black. Not to say that I won't, I'm going to lay down the number 5 cool gray in the areas on his feathers that are black. And I may decide, yeah, that I still have to put some black into the feathers too. But let me try this first, see how I like it. Still going to leave space for rim lighting. In certain areas, like right there, I'll leave that. I'm not going to draw it with a pen because I don't like those lines to be solid black. But I'll do something like this, and I might decide that I can go into like further add roundness by adding in some black there if I feel like it's pretty well, it's separated enough from the rest of the black on the page. Another quick note about the logo on this shirt. That's tough to get the logos when you're drawing the logo freehand. It's tough to get it absolutely spot on. So I actually had kind of hoped to do it in a blurry kind of. Yeah, it's kind of there, yeah, but you don't have to. It doesn't have to be exact. So nobody kind of says, "Oh, you know, you didn't put the beak in the right place, or you didn't put the stick in the right place." Not that anybody makes those kind of comments on my channel, but then it didn't work. I ended up having to get in there pretty detailed. So I'm going to make what would be black on his logo. I'm going to make that same number 5 cool gray for now. And then we'll see if I don't have to add black to it to make it look exactly like it's supposed to. Alright, let me lay down these cool grays, number 5, and I'll come back to y'all. For now. I'm going to try to make the feathers a little more gleamy. Actually, let me put it over here. It's a little more gleamy than the shirt. The shirt, like I want to have more high contrast, I guess, on his feathers than I do on his shirt because the oily feathers of a penguin. If you ever petted a penguin before, they're not the players, but the birds can be kind of oily. All right, let me check on this right here. Over time the focus gets out of whack. Alright, so here's number 4. This should take up most of the other places on the shirt and maybe starting to shadow in the cream color on the jersey because the jersey's got 2 different tones. It is in places this cream color here, around the letters, and then in the logo that's kind of a cream color. But even 4, actually, I guess 4 might even be too dark for that. So I'm going to. Oh, you know what? His feet. That's what, and the stick probably will come in somewhere around here. All right, let me get to it. Okay, you can see this 4 starting to fade quickly. I don't know how much more light this thing's got in it. Alright, so I've got 3 shades left to pick from, 3, 2, and 1. So I started to get judicious with the, actually, you know what? Bring it back to 4. Let's get that bottom part of the beak, because it's going to be about the same color as his feet there. Let's get just to the end of it, right? Let's have his mouth a little bit too. Alright. Yeah, so now I've got 3 shades to pick from, 3, 2, and 1. So I want to start spreading it out. Alrighty. I think I'll start doing, let me go ahead and get rid of the highlights left in the lower part of the body. I let the head, well, no, I think as I see this, I start to see that this is probably the right amount of highlight I want for all the feathers. So let me see about. Alright, this number 3 definitely needs to be replaced. I hope I never have to use that one again. I kind of almost want to push it in the garbage right now. Down to number 2, and this is going to be wherever else the cream shows up, and then a little bit of the shading for like the whites, like this inside the sleeve. Alright, that sleeve is going to be white, probably as dark as it will get. Everywhere else is cream. I'll use this right here. This one's also fading pretty quickly. Man, such a shame. Well, I guess that just means I've been doing a lot of marker work lately. It's forcing me to go over the same area more than once. I'm not going to get smooth transitions. These spaces. I think the last time that I bought markers, I ended up replacing the 3 and the 2 first. So these must be the ones that I use the most, those mid-tones. Alright, that leaves me with the number 1. Obviously I'm leaving white in certain areas too, so it's not like I'm trying to color every little bit. This space intentionally left blank, as they say. That'll be much of them too. Alright, a couple spots I realize I've missed now. Get some black. A couple little spots right here. Here. A stick. Actually, I'm going to use number 5 for the tape on the stick on the logo. And then I'm going to go and get my other pens out and add some last little highlights. But that's really kind of how I do shading on the grays. If you have a love for Iceberg and you feel like this is a piece of art that you'd like to own, I send all the art out for free to anybody who sends me a message, so you don't have to pay for it or anything like that. I just need to know that you're a fan of my art and a fan of the character and an address, and I will send it your way. That's really what it comes down to. Is I've got so much art sitting around in my office that doesn't ever get hung up or seen by anybody. It sits in a drawer, and that doesn't do anybody any good. So let me know if something that you want to own. I'm happy to send it your way. you can reach me through the YouTube channel, through the comments. Although, I mean, you probably noticed I haven't been posting very much. I've got a request from a buddy to work on a project that he'd like to see, so I have been a little bit busy. But the best way to reach me is 3 a.m. 8 CT Opus. Right, spell octopus with an 8. But 3 a.m. Hopus at gmail.com. Send me a message there. That I do still check on a regular basis, so I would see the message there. And let me know that you want the Iceberg, and if it's still available, if nobody else is taking it, I'll send it your way. I appreciate you hanging out. I hope you enjoyed the final piece. If you like the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that yet, and then share the video on all your social networks. Right? Right. All right, all have a good night.